Welcome. I am Luminitza. Is it for fate weaving that you have come to my lonely side of the lake? It's not witchcraft like the townsfolk believe. It's simply reading the threads of fate, and some people can't come to terms with it. Unlike most, I started when I was a mere slip of a girl. You see, my mother told fates, and I learned sitting on her knee. Sadly, I've not been welcome across the lake for a long time. When I first arrived here, I gave fortunes to several villagers. The fates were not happy ones. Of course, until I drew their cards, I had no idea. They blamed me and cut off ties. Yes, the old Curs and Dyden Hill. Came by for a drink last night, caught up in old times. Farewell.
As the tree roots into the earth, the tendrils of thoughts twist to the soul. As the fire renews the field, the birthing labours produce the foal. As the mantis climbs to his mate, the heart outstretched to her fair hand. As the hunter kills its prey, beside this hill he crafts from sand.
I'll kill you all if I have to. Damn boggarts. Give me a moment. Suddenly, very dizzy. Aside from the boggarts and blood plague... Look, you should turn around and go... Go somewhere safe. This is no place for visitors right now. Kester Barclay would know far better than me. He's in the town square. Go and ask him yourself. Didenhill's warden. That means he sees to things, keeps us safe and the like. Didenhill is a haven for those traveling from Gorehart to Galliford. But now, nowhere is safe. They're out in droves. I don't know why, but Kester might. He returned from a scouting mission not long ago. It's the blood plague. The boggarts carry it. Nearly all of the village has been infected. Most don't die from it, but it can weaken a man fiercely. Without a cure, the village won't last much longer. Kester's right in the town square. Talk to him. Talk to you later.
Brother Fallon should have come. Astrid needs that medicine.
By Mitharu, what is it you... Oh, hello. Did Thaddeus send you? Kester Barclay. My apologies. I don't mean to be rude. This crisis has me a bit on edge. It won't likely kill you. Leave you weak as a kitten, though. Around here, that's as good as dead. I grew up here. Seems like only yesterday I went to fight in the war. When I got back, I was the toast of the town. Thought I was through with all that fighting. Yes, that's it. Did Thaddeus tell you? The boggarts carry it in their venom, and they're spreading it everywhere. Normally the things keep to themselves. Looks like some Jotun got into their lair, though. Forced the boggarts out. I can't, but Astrid Frisk, our healer, can. That is when she has the medicine to treat it. We've been running low. More should have arrived this morning. You can ask her about it if you're curious. You're either brave or a fool. But if you could kill the Jotun, perhaps the boggarts would leave us alone. All right. Travel north to the boggarts' lair in Coilsbane and clear out their cave. Coilsbane is a boggart cave just north of town. Well, it used to be anyway. A while back, some Jotun started digging in the caves. They drove the boggarts out, and right into our town. Don't know what the Jotun were looking for, or if they've found it, and I don't care. I just want them gone. Lumbering brutes. Almost twice as tall as a man and just as wide. Why they came to Glendara is anyone's guess. They just showed up one day. We weren't going to stop them. A single boggart we can handle, but 10, 20? It's only a matter of time before the whole town is infected. I can't allow them to run around unchecked, putting all the folks here at risk. Our own healer. As you can imagine, she's hardly slept since the outbreak. If you think you can be of any help, you most likely find her in her cottage, tending to the sick. That boy needs to rest. He's got the cough. Won't listen to me or his own brother. We're simple people here. Merchants, tradesmen. We're not equipped to deal with a threat like this. Driving the Jotun from Coilsbane would be the best thing you could do for us. Of course, Astrid Frisk could probably use some help as well. Please, hurry.
This here's Dyden Hill Village, traveler.
I'm sorry. There simply isn't any more. It's gone.
It's the boggarts bring the blood plague.
I'm sorry, but I'm simply out of Plagueshield. There's nothing I can do for you or anyone else till I have it. Blasted blood plague. Normally, I'd say it's not as bad as it sounds. Doesn't kill most of the time, just weakens. Only half the village has it now, and a bedridden village starves sooner or later. It treats the blood plague, which almost all of Dyden Hill's sick with just now. Brother Fallon should have come with more. Can't think where he is. Good, because the whole village needs that plague shield. Never mind what happened to that old oaf. I need the medicine. 3 parcels at least. Go up the road through Glendora Wood that leads to the mission. Bring the plague shield yourself if you must. Only thing for treating the blood plague. Few indeed have the skill to make it. I certainly can't, for all my years as a healer. Lumpkins, oafs, and busybodies. Except for the poor bedraggled sick ones here in my care. I suppose they all mean well, only the airs coming out of these woods have addled their brains. Well, she made no friends when she first settled here. Don't know which had less sense in their noggins, her or the crafter lot. And what I'd like to know is, why didn't she see it coming? Well, Brother Fallon should have it, but then he should have been here by now. Go up into Glendora Wood toward the mission, see what you can find. Well, on your way with you.
Half the village sick with this damn plague.
I have full faith in Kester to keep us safe. What do you want? Just what do you think you're doing poking around this jail? Trust me, we've got enough troubles with the blood plague and all that. We don't go tossing people in there unless we've got to. The boggarts caused it, sure. But what caused the boggarts? That witch Luminitsa. That's what I think. The damned Fate Weaver. She lives right over there, on this cursed side of the lake. It's always one thing or another. Boggarts, bandits, weather. But we're not frail people. We get through it. I'm the jailer. What do I look like?
Dara, I will never be your lover, yet I will make a likeness of your loveliness, your sun-kissed face, your moonlit eyes. I found a crest of sand, from which I will give my love true form.
There are bandits out there. Despite the waters of Loch Dyden.
Good evening.
Othel, is that you?
Another, is it?
Water. Bring me water.
I've got the trembles again, my dear. They won't go away.
Well, Lumpkin.
War-sworn work? Good. The gold's run low and my mother's not doing so well. To the Warden's Bridge it is. Aye, the one smack in the heart of Loch Rain. Go north of here, then east, then south along the road. It's an honour to be taken as hireling, and they do look after their own. Since Mother fell ill, I've had more work and pay than ever before. I'm more grateful than I can say. A plague troubles Dyden Hill. It's but a hindrance for the young and healthy. For her, for the older ones, some get through it. Others don't. It's seen its share of hardship, so I can serve in the militia and do what I can. All able bodies must serve in turn. Since Warsworn know how to fight, we're usually the first called. Farewell, Mother. I won't be long.
Ah, the castle. This tells me that your tavern will be a part of Loch Dyden for decades to come?
Last month you told me that the plague would take us all.
I know, but that's not what fate says anymore.
Damn it, Agarth. You're cut off.
Yeah, and I bet I know whose fault that is.
You're a brave soul coming to Didenhill. This little village is faring pretty badly, and I would know. I was in the war. It's in your best interest to fill your pack and depart as soon as you're able. The blood plague works fast, very fast. It's pretty nasty, and I've seen my fair share of infections and ailments. We had plenty of them in the trenches and on the walls of Melson Shear. It was once an old Alfar outpost, nothing extraordinary, and it became the last line of defense, where we held back the Tuatha through long nights of fire. Melson Shear is where I lost this hand, and where I knew I'd never come home the same man that I left. I'd rather not talk about it, if that's okay with you. I think about the war enough as it is, and I doubt these wolves will ever let me forget it. You don't want to know about me. Besides, that name hardly means anything to me now. I came back different, a shadow of the boy from Gorehart. You met Gisela? How? I sent that death notice. She should know that I'm dead. She cannot know that I survived. Call me a coward, call me whatever you wish. I am not the same man she wed so long ago. I am broken. I cannot subject her to the nightmares, the wounds, the restlessness. I will spare her that torment. I don't know. I've endured much, but perhaps she has endured even more. Her silent vigil has no doubt been as trying as my time on the battlefield, you're right. This reunion is one we both deserve. We have earned our happiness. How could I have ever considered anything else? Thank you truly. Thank you. I paid a scholar to fashion a false death notice, the kind the army uses to inform the next of kin that a soldier has fallen in the line of duty. A courier left with it several days ago. All my hope for Gisela's future went with it.
It's your fault that I can't pay my tab, you know? I wasn't ever supposed to come back here in the first place. I've spent the last 20 years knowing what fate had in store for me. And then you... Damn it. I thought I had my life figured out. I know. It's just... I wasn't always the man I am now. In my youth, I was quite the warrior. I fought beasts the size of trees, was celebrated by mortals and fae alike. When I was initiated into the Fate Weavers, I thought it was a reward for my good deeds. The first time I saw my own fate, I realized it was nothing but a curse. My own death, of course. But not a hero's death as I had always dreamed. I was going to die alone and unknown. Killed by an Etin and used for stew. It was a terrible end, but I knew it was part of fate's greater plan. Then you came and changed that future. You stole my part in the tapestry. I was at peace with knowing the worst. But what do I do now that there's nothing to know? You're right. My glory days don't have to be over, and as long as I'm around you, I don't know how my story will end. That means I've got to make sure you stay around in one piece. Maybe this old trinket from my youth will help. After all, I don't just owe you my life. I owe you my future. Why, I once tracked the Yeth of Avgrun on a moonless night by smell alone. Fey or not, I could have tracked those Tuatha sober. They've set up in a cavern north of town, complete with some way of scrying your location. That's how they found you so easily. I have a plan, but it'll take the both of us to work. they took a big risk getting across Erethel undetected. All to attack one single objective. You. They're using something big to track you. They call it the Eyes of Tirnoch. Smash it, and they won't be following you anymore. The main entrance is heavily guarded, and will require a strong attack. The other route is trapped. It'll need a subtler approach. I don't have an answer for that. I can't imagine what about you made Gadflow send his troops across the continent. Good, good. I'll charge in the front and get their attention. You slip in and smash the Eyes of Tirnoch. That way we'll make sure they can't escape to report back to whoever sent them here. Good luck.
This is the Three Lamps. Plague's put my own grey in the healer's care, but we're open nonetheless. He's sick, off at the healer's, poor duck. And while he is, I can make this inn presentable. And ain't it about time? We've had our Plagueshield, and well, so far so good. But what to do when the Plagueshield runs out? Oh, he looked so fine the day he marched off a fresh soldier. I fear boggarts and blood plague have done what war could not. Best cup of ale and cut of roast in all Dallentarth. And our rates are reasonable. All right, all right.
How could a person's fate just change like that? This doesn't make any sense.
The village sick with this damn plague. Come to town for the craft hall?